What has he done to, I guess, be in a spot where he's got to be a backup this year as a true freshman?
I mean, he's done a lot. I mean, we're asking a lot of him. He's come in this fall. I guess the summer more like it, and he's having to learn a whole playbook, learn a bunch of new technique from scratch, and he's really bought in and listened to what all the older guys have to say, and just listen.
Any advice for him as playing as a true freshman, which traditionally that's not an offensive line thing?
I mean, I just say stay working. Don't get too ahead of yourself, and just stay calm.
Mitch, where do you feel you are as a player right now? What are some of the things you've improved since your true freshman year?
I think I've improved more technique-wise. My stance has definitely got a lot better. Just use my hands a lot better. I still need to get better at those things. I'm not up to the level that I want to be. And also consistency. I think I've improved on a little bit more too. Just being more consistent in how I'm playing and finishing blocks better.
Do you think your strength is as a pass blocker or run blocker? Are you equally proficient in both?
I think I'm equally proficient. If I had to give one, I would say I'm more comfortable with run blocking. And definitely think there's a lot more things to do work on the pass game and run game.
What are some things that you've seen from Jake Morgan this season, and how much have you're at the other side of the line, obviously, but your experience last season, what have you been able to impart to him?
I mean, we're together like every second of the day. We're roommates. So, we always talk about it, and he's a really good player. He's figured everything out. I think the one thing that's helped him this year is that he knows the plays like the back of his hand. He didn't have to worry about how making certain calls or anything. He's just working on his technique and just getting better at the technique.
You're halfway through the season. What would you say? How would you evaluate the offensive line's performance in the first half of the year?
I definitely think we're. I definitely say our performance has been average, above average, but I think there's a lot more things we can do. We can be a lot more consistent with how we play and from week to week, and then also just finishing blocks better.
What's been the unit's best game, and then what's been the unit's worst game so far?
I think one of our better games was Louisville, and we definitely made drove them off the ball and got the run game finally going for I think the best we had the whole season up to then, and that opened up a lot more things. We found out just getting that run game going opened up the pass game better, and it just ended up being a better game for us all as a whole.
What was the worst game that was hardest for film review?
I'd probably have to say Troy was probably our least. Going to the game, we kind of had some confusion on some things for it was little stupid idiosyncrasies that we weren't really prepared for. We should have been prepared better for it. But I'd definitely say it was our worst game, and that we and that we didn't get the run game going as much as we wanted to, and just making wrong calls and everything. It just wasn't a good game as a whole.
How frustrating is it when you move the ball so well, but you just turn the ball over, so many times and fail to finish in the red zone?
This part is frustrating, but we did move it all the way down the field. So there was some kind of saying oh wow, that easy move down the field. We should have finished finish you can fix that, but the fact that we moved all the way down the field, we're proud of ourselves about that. Just the fact that we got it from the 20 all the way down to the inside the 5, and knowing that we can do that just gave us more confidence to go and keep doing it. Just keep trying.
This program's 21-1 since you've been here. You take stock of a year and a half, and you were on a pretty successful high school team as well. Is there something to a winning gene, just a group, a locker room, and a sideline that just finds a way to win no matter what situation you guys put yourselves in?
I just think with all the youth we have on our team, we don't know what it's like to lose, really. We're all just used to winning, and so when we get put in that kind of situation, we respond different than maybe some of the other teams do, and by just of like our culture and like how it's been for the past 2 years.
The veterans haven't lost a whole lot either.
Yeah.
Does it come from them as well?
Yeah, I think they started it way back then. Just we'd start with the whole 10-game win seasons, and then we just kind of took off with it from there.
Whether it be the Louisville type atmosphere where national hopes on the line, it could be the road game at Auburn, or then an NC State deal where they got a short field goal to win it. I mean, you ever fear losing? You ever fear that this isn't going to end well?
Well, I mean, in my head, I think, in just talking to some other guys, I think for some reason in our minds we were thinking there's some way we're gonna get this ball back, and some way we're gonna pull out this win. There's something's gonna happen, and we always had that belief though from the start. We just believed we were gonna win that game, and it paid off.
How exciting is it for you getting ready to play down in Tallahassee for the first time?
It's really exciting. I've never been there. I've heard a lot about it though, and I can't wait. I heard it's gonna be loud, so that'll be interesting, and I really just can't wait.
You had that night game down at Auburn, so how much do you think that will prepare you just in terms of your communication on the offensive line?
Yeah, I think it'll prepare me a little bit just having that under my belt. I mean, we going through that Auburn game, like none of us jumped off sides. We made all the right calls during that game. So I mean, I think we'd be pretty ready for this game.
Four road games, they've all been at night. I understand you guys, the mindset is you'll play whenever they tell you to play, but you getting used to this? Is it tougher to go on the road and have to wait around all day?
I mean, it's kind of nice playing at night just because, like, you can kind of wake up, you kind of be a little more lax about waking up, like, you're not, like, have to wake up, like, you know, like, start getting the mindset ready. You kind of ease into the mindset that, wow, you're going to play a game, you get to have some meetings, and get, like, a nice little 3-hour break window, just, like, watch some of the other games or even take a nap. So I mean, I like it. I like it in a sense, and especially for road games, and it'll be fun.
How would you evaluate your own performance this year? How do you feel like you performed?
I definitely believe like the first few games it was I mean, it was kind of a rough start. I kind of had it, like I was easing into it almost, but the past I think few games I finally like I started catch up with me like the sense of the season and like the fact that we're in it, and I think I've improved my game a lot more since the past 2 games.
What do you think it was that led to that slow start coming out of the gates?
I'm not really sure, honestly. I think I just think it was I just wasn't in the right mindset at the beginning, and then once I started getting more into the season, I started like preparing myself a little bit better and then understanding like the situation I was in.
Going into the year, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Mitch Hyatt, he's going to be an All-American this year." A lot of high expectations. Is it tough going into the year with those kind of expectations?
I mean, I'm not one to read into stuff. I don't really like. I just like to focus on what's going on in practice, what we're doing that day, what I need to work on.
You were named Offensive Player of the Game the other day. How much of an honor is that? That's not something typically bestowed on offensive linemen with this offense.
Yeah, it was a huge honor. It's nice to be recognized for like hard work, stuff like that. I mean, I honestly the whole offensive line should have gotten it from the game because we had a great game. We all played really tough and physical, and so I mean, I'd probably more credit to like not just me getting the honor, but the whole offensive line. Basically got the whole honor.